Good morning students, I am Shudipto, your class teacher, your English class teacher. Today I will discuss from your book New Images of class 7th, and it is chapter 4th. The name of the chapter is Somebody's Mother by Mary O'Brien. So in this session, in this class, I will discuss two stanzas from this poem. So after that I will discuss next chapters, and in this way we will complete chapter 4. In this video I will give some questions in between the stanzas. You have to read your this video or whatever I am giving you. If you want to write down the question answer, just pause the video and write those question answer. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned with me. Thank you. Good morning students. Today I will discuss a new chapter from your book New Images, and the name of the chapter is Somebody's Mother. Okay, it is from your book New Images class 7, and the composer or the poet is Mary O'Brien, and it is chapter number 4th. I will explain with question and answer. Okay, so let's begin. It is the picture of Mary O'Brien. Actually, she was a very talented writer or poet. Mary O'Brien was born in the year of 1816 in New York, America. He was a very talented child's author. Somebody's Mother and Heart and Flowers are the notable creation by her. She took her last breath in the year of 1913. So let's have the summary of this poem. It was a winter evening, and an old woman was waiting to cross a busy road near a school. She was a lone woman, although she was very old. Suddenly, children came out of the school as it closed for the day. They passed the lonely old woman, but none paid any attention to the old lady. Then happened that one of the boys, very cheerful and lively, saw this lady waiting to cross the road. She ran to her and helped her cross the road. Later, he explained to this story or this incident to their friends, that one day his own mother could be in a similar situation and that someone else would help her. At home that night, the old lady prayed for the boy who had helped her cross the road. Her heart was overwhelming with gratitude and pride. She prayed, God, be kind to him, somebody's son. So now I am going to explain and go through stanza 1. Okay? The woman was old and ragged and grey and bent with the chill of the winter's day. The street was wet with the recent snow, and the woman's feet were aged and slow. So, students, I have already told you that this scenario is happening at noon of an winter. Okay? Here are some meaning. Here ragged means teared or ragged means torn. It is used for clothes, and grey means aged, here old. Bent with the chill of the winter's day means the winter cold was so extreme to bear. With that, the old woman was bent down, and the street was wet with the recent snow. Snow means ice or frost. Okay? And the woman's feet were aged and slow. The woman was so weak. He was too weak to walk, and she was aged. So here are some questions and answer also. The first question, how do you describe the old woman? The answer is, the old woman was very old and poor. Her clothes were in a very bad condition. She had gone grey with age. The chill of the winter was extremely high, that the woman had to bend herself down to feel warm. Besides, due to aging, she walked with slow steps as her feet were slow and unsteady. The second question, how cold was the winter? The answer is, the winter was so cold that even at noon the whole street was covered by snow, and the chill was so high that the old woman can't stand still. Though it was noon, the heat of the sun declined to melt the snow. Here, declined means failed. As it was noon, but sun was not there at the sky. Sun was covered by the cloud. The third question. The woman was herself aged, yet the poet says the woman's feet were aged. What is the difference, or what is the significance of this? By saying that the woman's feet were aged, the poet calls our attention to her inability to walk. So here the poet wanted or make us understand that she is very weak. So she was not able to stand still. The fourth question, what would you do if you spot an aged man or woman struggling to cross a busy road when you are so busy yourself? So here is the answer. I'll be happy to help the aged person cross the road. If I am too busy and my aunt is more important than helping him or her cross the road, I will ask someone to provide help. So here aunt means something I am doing that time which was very special. It refers that my aunt is more important. In that time my work or my job is more important, then I will ask someone else to help her. Okay? Now it is stanza 2. She stood at the crossing and waited long alone, uncared for, amid the throng of human beings who passed her by, nor heeded the glance of her anxious eyes. So here she stood at the crossing and waited long. Alone means she was alone, she was desolate. Uncared means there was no one to take care for her. And amid means in the middle. the throng, Throng, throng means crowd of human, means the road was very crowded. Okay. And the meanings: crossing means here traffic crossing, uncared for means no one to care for, and amid means in the midst of or in the middle. Here throng means crowd, heeded means noticed or to pay attention, glance means glimpse of look, and here anxious eyes means worried look. Okay. So here the old woman was standing at the crossing. She was alone. There was nobody with her who can support her. And she was also uncared. There was nobody who can take care for her. And she was standing in the middle of the crowded road. As it was noon, it was a busy city, so the road was crowded. And there are a lot of people are passing by, but they had no time to take care, at least for a glance over the old poor woman. So now here is some questions and answers also. Question from the second stanza, that is, why did the old woman wait long? Why did the old woman wait long? Here's the answer. The old woman waited for long to cross the road. She was too old to walk without any support, and she was helpless to cross the road by herself. Besides, the people that passed by were mostly unfeeling and uncaring. The next question: how does the poet satirize human being in this stanza? Satire means one type of mocking, one type of jeering act. Satire. So how does the poet satire human beings in this stanza? The answer is, the poet here is exposing the cold hardness of human hearts or human beings. It was a shame for humanity that everyone was too busy to help an old woman. The old deprived pity by all means but humans. Insensitivity made her to wait for that roadside and suffered a lot. So it is the satirize, because we are the most intelligent creature in this earth. Still, there is lack of pity in our heart. There is lack of kindness in our heart. Okay? So this is the satirize. Though we are very intelligent, still there is no a drop of kindness, a drop of mercy, a drop of pity in our heart. So that it is very shame to tell ourselves that we are the human being. Okay? Then the next. Okay, it is the end of this class. So students, still I am recapitulate this session once again. Okay? So the name of the poem is Somebody's Mother, and it is written by Mary OBrien. Okay, and it is from your book New Images of class 7th. It is chapter 4th. It is the picture of Mary OBrien. She was a very talented poet in his age, and she was born in the year of 1816 in New York City, America. She was a very talented child's author. She wrote a lot of books for the children. Somebody's Mother and Hearts and Flowers are more notable creation by her. She took her last breath in the year of 1913. Now, just have the summary of this poem. It was a winter evening, and an old woman was waiting to cross a busy road near a school. She was a lone woman, although she was very old. Suddenly, children came out from the school as it closed for the day. They passed the lonely old woman, but none paid any attention to the old lady. Then happened that one of the boys, very cheerful and lively, saw this lady waiting to the crossing or waiting to cross the road. He ran to her and helped her cross the road. Later, he explained to his friends this incident, that one day his own mother could be in the same trouble, could be in the same situation, or could be in the same position, and that someone else would help her in the same way. That night at home, after reaching, the old woman prayed for the boy who had helped her cross the road. Her heart was overwhelming with gratitude and pride. She prayed, God, be kind to him. He is somebody's son. Now, I'll read the stanza, the first stanza. The old woman was old and ragged and grey and bent with the chill of the winter's day. The street was wet with the recent snow, and the woman's feet were aged and slow. So here ragged means torn. Ragged means torn. Patched or shabby clothes. Then gray, Gray, gray means here aged or old. In the picture, you might say she was old. Okay? So here gray means old. In the young age, we have glory on our skin. But as time passed, the glory of our skin going to be faded, and we became the old. Bent with the chill of the winter's day, the winter cold was so extreme to bear that the old woman was bent down. Okay? So this is the explanation, the stanza 1. And here is some questions for you. The first question is, how do you describe the old woman? And the answer is, the woman was very old and poor. Her clothes were in a very bad condition. She had gone grey with age. The chill of the winter was extremely high that the woman had to bend herself down to feel warm. Besides, due to aging, she walked with slow steps and her feet was slow and unsteady. The second question, How cold was the winter? The winter was so much cold that even at noon the whole street was covered by snow, and the chill was so high that the old woman can't stand still. Though it was noon, the heat of sun declined to melt the snow. Question number 3. The woman was herself aged, yet the poet says the woman's feet were aged. What is the difference? By saying that the woman's feet were aged, the poet calls our attention to her inability to walk. The fourth question. What would you do if you spot an aged man or woman struggling to cross a busy road when you are busy yourself? So, the answer is, I will be very happy to help the aged person cross the road. If I am too busy and my aunt is more important than helping him or her to cross the road, I will ask someone to provide help. Here is stanza number 2. She stood at the crossing and waited long, alone and cared for, amid the throng of human beings who passed her by, nor heeded the glance of her anxious eyes. So here crossing means, it is a traffic crossing, and uncared means there is nobody to care for. Here, amid, A-M-I-T, amid means in the midst of or in the middle. And then T-H-R-O-N-G, throng means crowd. Heeded, H-E-E-D, heeded means notice or pay attention. G-L-A-N-C-E, glance means glimpse of look. Anxious eyes. Here, worried eyes. Okay? So here are also some questions for you. The first question is, why did the old woman wait long? Why did the old woman wait long? The old woman waited for long to cross the road. She was too old to walk without any support, and she was helpless to cross the road by herself. Besides, the people that passed by were mostly unfeeling and uncaring. Second question, how does the poet satirize human beings in this stanza? The poet is exposing the cold heartedness of human beings. It was a shame for humanity that everyone was too busy to help an old woman. The woman deserved pity by all means, but people's insensibility made her to wait on that roadside and suffered a lot. So, it was the session, and very soon I will be appear in front of you with the new lesson. Okay, till then, bye bye.